Alright, hello everyone, my name is Veritas, and welcome to Let's Play Destiny. Now this will be, pretty far in the series. This will be probably a couple random videos I'll do. I'll do some solo stuff, maybe do some Crucible every once in a while. I really don't like the Crucible, so I probably won't play it very often in videos. It has there are a lot of PvP problems in this game. I don't need to tell you them. If you're watching this, you probably know about them. But for the most part, I figured I'd do some solo stuff. Kat and I did play the game. We played the entire thing. We only recorded up to about the moon, and after that we kind of stopped, basically because we just stopped recording, and we had stopped talking about stuff, and it was, after he left, we hung out the midnight release and like the next day or so, but after that, if I were to record us both when he's at his place and I'm at mine, the sound quality on his end would be awful. I'd have to pick and choose who I'd want to sound better, and it's never a good thing. So for the most part, it'll just be me doing solo stuff and turn my volume up just a tad. And yeah, oh good, one of my least favorite maps, thanks to there being a pike, multiple pikes, and whatever the Cabal vehicles are. Gotta love the moon. Alrighty. Now, as you saw in the opening, I showed you guys my weapons and armor so you guys can kind of see what I look like and how I will fight. And I am not the highest level because that guy has an exotic helmet. I don't even know where oh, I'm right there. I'm on the left. Or on the right. I changed my shader. I'm usually full purple, but I decided I'd rock some desert camo with my desert camo gun. Desert camo. Winter camo. There it is. That's the correct word. Alright, on the moon, the house of the exiled fallen. Hello, Titan and Warlock. Alright, so like I said before, I really don't like the PvP in this game. It's very bad. I wouldn't really use the word bad. I prefer the word hacky. But most people will get really pissy if you bring up like modding and hacking in video games. Like they think it's like this sin that if you bring it up, it's gonna happen. But you know what? That's fine. Ooh, shit. But you know, if there's modding and hacking in video games, you kinda gotta understand that. Especially in Gears of War, that's just a mod fest. If you play Gears of War 3, you're basically inviting yourself to play a game that basically is just like a display case for mods, is basically what I equate Gears of War 3's multiplayer to. Play that game if you want to know, like, ooh, how many people in the world have modded controllers, and remember when JTags were like an actual thing? Remember back in the good old days on Modern Warfare 2, people had JTags, and they got to like the 11th prestige. Remember that? Remember back when modding and hacking was just getting an emblem, not ruining the game for everyone else besides yourself? But you know, what can you do? Oh, ow. We tied. You know, I was honestly thinking of starting a series called Cry About It. And I think I might still do that, only because it sounds like a funny idea to me. What the series would entail, let me guys know if you like the pitch. The series basically entails me complaining about shit. Now, I know that sounds annoying, but it would genuinely be a series about the problems about the gaming community and, like, other stuff. Like, an episode of Cry About It would be, like, on how when you get legendary engrams in this game, how 99% of the time you're gonna get a green gun that you would never use otherwise. It's just, I want to make this a series because it's so applicable to, like, gaming as a whole. I just want to do it. It'd basically be like a series that would only talk about things that were bad, but that would be the only place I would talk about it. It wouldn't be like I'd spend 90% of a gameplay video being like, well, this sucks, and this sucks, and this sucks, and now that's out of the way. How about the gameplay? Oh, the video's over. But that's just one idea I have. I think I'll do that. I honestly do. I think it's funny enough for me to do. Oh my. I think it'd be funny enough for me to do that. Zucchini cats. Oh, they have a oh boy. So that's one thing I wanted to bring up. A lot of people are warlocks, but most people in this game want an offensive super. They want to be able to do a super that kills people. And the Sunslinger doesn't really kill people. Honestly, it doesn't. There's really no good way to murder when your ability is basically to exist. I shouldn't have used my super there. That was a bad idea. But the Sunslinger isn't offensive. The offensive part of the Warlock is the class prior, is the Void Walker, which is, like, awesome sounding, by the way. So what I wanted to bring up is where the power of a Radiance user lies, where the power of a Sunslinger really lies. Once a Warlock, or any character, has reached 15, you can then choose the subclass Sunslinger. And what that does is it gives you a super called Radiance. Now, as you saw, Radiance makes you golden, it makes you on fire. It looks, when you activate it, it looks a lot like the Golden Gun. You kind of reach up into the air, grab a sun out of the fucking sky, and then you, well, become emblazoned with fire and glory. And basically why that's a cool thing is, it honestly isn't cool until you've completely upgraded it. And I say that because the Sunslinger class is all about support. It really is all about support. And it's not even defense. It's like a mishmash of nothingness. It's not offensive or defensive. It's really just like... It's like a passive. It's what it feels like. It's like a passive super. It has no real defensive or offensive capability other than the fact that it exists. And you might be confused by that. Well, one of the abilities, I'll give you this. One of the abilities is if you melee someone and kill them with your melee, you can generate orbs of light from your melee. You can generate about 2 orbs of light from your melee, which is supporting other classes since you can't pick up your own orbs of light. So that's supportive. The other thing you can do is, I believe, I'm trying to remember, eventually you can have 2 grenades, but that basically just means you don't have 2 grenades at once. You kind of have a grenade and another one that loads about the same time. So basically, if you use both of them at once, you have to wait for both your grenades to come. I mean, you can use them as they load in, but you still have to wait for, like, a whole grenade cycle. But the melee you can like add on, like when you melee people, they burn for a while and they take some burn damage. But it's really not useful. The most useful part of the Sunslinger is what I call phoenixing. Now that is exactly what it sounds like. Coming back from the dead. As you saw earlier, Zucchini Cats has it on, and I did it too, where once you're dead, in PvP, PvE, strikes, raids, whatever, whenever you are down in your bubble, you can hit your super and bring yourself back to life. Now, that is useful in 2 distinct situations and applicable almost anywhere. It's useful in the fact that you can, like in PvE, if you're, on a raid or a strike or something, I say raid when I mean strike, so I'm not talking about the Vault of Glass. Never am I talking about the Vault of Glass, because I have yet to do it, and I probably never will. So if I say raid, just know I mean strike. But when you're in a strike, and you get into a darkness zone, and you say you're fighting Fogoth, the Untamed, or the Archon Priest, Alskor, or whatever the hell his name is. Cat and I call him Johnny Boy, just because that's what I called him when I first saw him. Like, hey, Johnny Boy, what's going on? And he's a fucking douche. But, basically, if everyone in your fire team gets downed, and then you're like, oh no, the darkness is gonna consume you in 3, 2, 1, and like that countdown, what I use my super for is, if I get downed in that situation, I won't use it until the other people are downed, or I need to come back. I say that, like, it's hard to it's really hard to explain. Honestly. And I'm trying to explain it and think, which is never a good thing. You should never try to explain something and think. Goddamn temper tantrum class. So basically, like, if you're on a strike and your buddy gets down, and then your other buddy's trying to get to you because you're down. Like, you're down, your buddy's down. And the last guy alive is running around like a crazy person, and if he dies, you have to reset at the very beginning of the boss fight. Well, wouldn't it be a good thing if you could just magically come back to life at random and revive your other friend and keep you guys going? Now, I've done this a few times, where I'll be in a strike with some people that aren't necessarily the most competent individuals in the game, and I'll go down and I'll sit there, I'll be like, oh, maybe they'll get me. Then the other guy goes down and I'm like, well, shit. And then the third guy's having some trouble. As soon as I start seeing the third guy getting shot up by wizards, because, wizards are just fuck all hack, bullshit and whatnot, I'll revive myself, and then I have a little bit of a health bonus. I have a little bit of a little bit of a boost to my grenade regeneration, and for the most part, I can just basically bring myself back to life. Now you can apply why that's important to multiple situations. It's not just cool; it's fucking useful as shit. But yeah. So in PvP, as you can see, you can do the same thing. Hang on, I gotta kill this woman. Woman, where'd you go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? God damn it. Fucking Titan bullshit. I hate Titans. I really, really do. They're my least favorite class, because they're usually all pieces of shit. It seems like they have like 3 times the health and armor that everyone else does, and their super is a temper tantrum. You tell me that a Titan going in on the defensive subclass of Titan, sorry, the striker subclass of Titan, which means you do like the Hulk smash thing, tell me that's not just a fucking temper tantrum, because it's a fucking temper tantrum. Oh, that's a rocket launcher. I got the kill. Fuck you. But yeah, I don't know, it's annoying. It seems like Bungie didn't do a very good job balancing the classes when they go PvP. But they work decently together in PvE, but for the most part, they don't work well in PvP. Be it one class a little bit too strong, one class a little bit too weak. I would honestly wager to say that the, what the fuck is it called? Hang on, I gotta kill this person. You need to die. What the hell killed him? I don't really know. My existence murdered him. But it seems like the Blade Dancer, especially. The Blade Dancer and the Hunter subclass outside Golden Gun, or Gunslinger, is grossly overpowered in multiplayer. It's awesome it's awesome in campaign and story and PvE, but when it comes to the PlayStation, when it comes to the player versus player, it's a little bullshit. There, you see what I mean by that? She went through the wall. Also, she's lagging, or lag switching, one of the two. Can't really tell. The servers are kind of shit. But yeah, it's a little unlegit. Now, what am I thinking? Oh yeah, I can't respawn for some reason. I could probably Radiance, but it'd be a bad idea because there's a Titan with Suck My Thumb shield over there, so... Anyway, whatever the case is, the Blade Dancer, I think there's a mod for it. Not like a mod, but like a modifier in the sub thing. Like, you can upgrade it to have an ability where you get bonus health, and you get health on kills, and you can move super fast, and you can do like a lunging, swooping attack that shoots out like a blade of energy. It's just ridiculous when it comes to PvP. But I do suggest playing Destiny. I do suggest it's a good game. I do suggest doing it. Oh, look, I got a pulse rifle. Scout rifle. Close enough. Fuck you. But yeah, I do suggest playing it. It's a good game. Once you get to 20, it kind of is a grind. It's all about luck, honestly. It really isn't about like, oh, just play it and you'll get shit. No, you won't. People do suggest PvP is the best course of action to get loot, but from what I've seen, I've gotten like 1 legendary engram from PvP, and it was nothing. Oh, actually, no. It was exotic gauntlets for a Titan. It's given me 4 pieces now of exotic armor for Titans. Isn't that wonderful? I've gotten a helmet, a chest piece, and gauntlets. 3 pieces of armor for a Titan that were exotic. Yeah. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, maybe I'll do 2 games. I don't really feel like stopping. Nope, I will do 2 games, but I'll do it in a different video. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, very much appreciate it. If you have anything to complain about with Destiny, go ahead and leave a comment below. I know you won't, but I ask you to anyway, because you know what? I want a community. I want fans that will love me, and by that I mean I want fans that can get together and make the world a better place. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, very much appreciate it. Until the next video, have a great day, everyone.